Next slide, please. Thank you. So we will just go through kind of very quickly with reports from the different members of the committee to let you know what we've been up to this year, what we've been doing. Some of you will know what we've been doing because you've joined us. So we're kicking off with the conveners report. So Carol and I are the co-conveners of this SIG, and this is our very brief report before we hand over to other colleagues. So next slide, please. There we go. So I think we've agreed, we've decided this is our 4th year of the SIG, and we have had another active year. Many thanks, partly not just to the work of the committee, but also to the membership who join us, and for the suggestions for events and for the proposals to actually lead events for us as well. So when we say we've had a very active year of events, you'll find out more about those in a minute because our events person will tell you about them. So we've done all sorts of different kinds of things. One thing that we did that was not an event this year was the dissemination of our EAP CPD mapping survey. So when we set up the SIG, we wanted to obviously provide a place where not just practitioners, but people who work on induction as well and who work on supporting EAP teachers, we wanted to find out what was out there. So how could we best serve that community? What kind of CPD was already out there? So one of the things we wanted to do was have a survey, and we finally did that. We sent out a survey. Some of you may have taken part in that, and that was sent out, and we analysed that, and we presented that at Crete, and you can read the proceedings if you want to find out more about that, but we presented that at EAP Crete in April last year. Another big piece of work that we've done is, well, I say we very grandly, my colleague Faith has been tasked and very successfully updated and relocated our website. So we now have a new home for the website, and we've updated the look of that. And Faith, who joined us as the web person this year, has been really active and done a good job of sorting that out. So hopefully you've found that easier to navigate as well. And another thing, a final bullet point on that slide, is our taking stock feedback survey. So you may have noticed it's been shared by Angeliki in various places, our LinkedIn and with our membership, that we wanted to try and get a sense from our membership of, and from other people who join our events, of, you know, how are we getting on? Are we doing a good job? Are we providing the kind of sessions you want? Is there something missing? What have you enjoyed? What works well, etc. So if you haven't seen that survey, it's not too late. I don't know whether it's possible for us to share that link again, Angeliki, actually, within this chat, if you've got a moment to do that. Otherwise, we can maybe just do it quickly at the end. So yeah, if you've got views and thoughts on what you would like to see the TED and EAP SIG doing, then please do let us know through that survey. Next slide, please. So I think, doing a bit of guesswork here, I think I'm handing over, I don't know, I can't hand over to Stella because she's not here, she's left the building. So maybe, I don't know, can I, unless anyone else is prepared to do this, I can just read what's on this. I'll just do what's on the slide, shall I? I'll keep going. Here we go. Here you can see a number of our events. So it's just really to give you a flavour of the events that we've done. So we've had a book launch. We had Alex and B and a colleague presenting their new book. That was in December. We had an interesting talk from Claire. Was it? I can't remember her last name. How terrible.
Claire Watson. And it was
Claire Watson. Thank you,
Alex
Carol.
and Letitia with the book.
Yeah, for Alex and Letitia. It wasn't B. I lied about that.
You did.
Sorry, misleading information. So Claire Watson came and spoke to us as well about how how Chinese students understand the meaning of EAP. We had a very provocative talk from Gary Hernandez about the role of observations in teacher development. So we've had all sorts of things going on, and those are just a few highlights. And there's a gorgeous picture of Christina, Angeliki, me in the middle, and Carol, and a colleague from Glasgow, Jen. And that was when we were at the conference in Crete, where Carol and I presented about the findings of our survey. And we did a workshop as well. Next slide, please. Okay, so you've got a good list there as well, which I'll just let you read. I don't think I need to read that out to you. Although an exciting thing to highlight was we did a podcast. So Carol and I paired up with Yan Hua and Michelle, who had also done a Bali-funded research project on access to resources. And so we teamed up with them to do one of the podcast episodes. If you haven't been listening to any of the podcasts, heartily recommend you do, not just our episode, but all the other episodes as well, because those are good sources of teacher development. And you can see our average satisfaction rates there as well. So generally, people are fairly satisfied with what we're doing, but there's always room for improvement. And there's a few suggestions that we've had there as well on the different kind of things that we could focus on in our events and sessions, including things like thinking about the learner's role in teacher development and the different types of different stages of CPD that practitioners at different stages might need. Okay, next slide, please.
So I'm just going to add in something, if that's okay.
Please do.
The learners one's really, really interesting. It could be something we could look forward to, but it's also something we can maybe look back at, because Judith Hanks has done talks on exploratory practice, which really involve the learners. So if you missed those, do look up our past YouTube channel.
Yeah. Cool. Great, thank you. Event advertising highlights. Is this you, Angeliki, or do I still need to extemporize?
Yes, okay. I do the advertising.
Okay.
Well, we used Twitter, X, as our main platform up to now. And we had many followers and many people who liked and shared our event advertisements and posts. However, recently we realized there wasn't much traction, there wasn't much interest, and we saw lots of people, lots of academics withdrawing from it. So we decided to set up a LinkedIn account, and now, can you change the? Now it's we use this as our main social media platform. That's where you can follow us and find out about our events. This is Stella's part, but here are events that we are thinking of organizing later on. We have, Carol, would you like to talk about the Bali conference?
Yes, we'll be at Bali 2025. Anyone that is going to be in Plymouth, the special interest groups have a specific slot on, I think it's the Tuesday and Wednesday between 2 and 2:30, I think is the time. So we'll be around. Do look out for us if you're interested in saying hello or ideas. I think a few of us will be there. Lindsay and I will be talking about part 2 of that survey that we did. So we did the initial findings in Crete, and we're going to try and do some more in-depth analysis, or rather present on some more in-depth analysis at Bali 2025. So yeah, that's that part. We realized when we were planning today that we presented in Crete and we shared the conference proceedings from that, but we never actually did a talk about it. So we thought we would present those in the next month or 2, I think we said, before the conference. But to be honest, the date escapes me. But yeah, please do give suggestions for any things that you would like in terms of talks, workshops. If you'd like to give a talk, please fill in our form. We're always willing and welcoming people to join us.
All the
Similarly,
chats, for people interested in presenting or sending us their ideas or suggestions. So
next
web
updates. I think this is you, Faith.
I think so. If you could move the slide on, that'd be great. So as Lindsay said in her introduction, we've relocated our website. It wasn't all solely my work. I have to say a big thank you to everybody else for helping me and letting me find everything and have a play around. So we now have a barleap.org URL, so you can find us really easily. We're TED in EAP, barleap.org. We had a few rationales for the change of the website and the change of the URL. The main key reason for revamping the website is to make it more accessible, in particular to people who have disabilities and use e-readers. So that was it. We've reduced the click-through rate, so it's easier, hopefully, now for you to navigate. You don't have to click through so many pages to find what you're looking for. We've got our aims are now clearly displayed on the homepage. We also have links now to our YouTube content. So a couple of people asked in the chat today whether Millie's talk would be available for them to watch again, and it will be. It will be via our YouTube channel. And all the materials from the old website, so everything that you have come to expect from us in terms of the slides from previous presentations, teacher and education materials to help you, is all still on our website. So nothing has been removed. It's all just been rearranged slightly to hopefully make it easier for you to find what you're looking for. And I think that's everything from me.
Great job, Faith. It's looking fantastic, really
Thank
accessible.
you. Thank you.
And I think
the link to the new website's in the chat. Christina's done that. Thank you.
okay, so now this is my part, which I
You're prepared for.
Yes, although we had over 400 followers on X, we decided to move away from it, to close the account, and we now for about a month now, our main platform is LinkedIn. We have over 200 connections. That's like when we prepared the PowerPoint a while ago. And all of the connections, all of our connections are academic connections, which is great, and people with similar interests. And I think that's, really important. So that's where we put our posts for our next events and everything we are doing for EAP practitioners.
And we have our discussion list as well, our TED specific.
Yes.
So anyone that joins TEDs, there's no cost to joining the SIG. It just means that you'll get the direct mailings from the TED list.
We also have our YouTube channel in the next slide, which is also doing really well. We have over 55 videos and 157 subscribers, and everything we do, all the events we organize, we save the recordings and we post them on YouTube for people who want to watch or re-watch them, and maybe, take down things that they missed during the event. And that's about it from me.
Christina, I think you're next.
Yes, I hope you can hear me. Yeah. Good. So it seems that we have quite many more members. I think the slide hasn't been updated. We used to have 95 members, but at the moment we have 199 actually. And 105 of them are BALEP members, if I remember the numbers correctly from the report. We try to send membership certificates to everybody. Sometimes this takes a while, but if you haven't received your certificate, you will receive it. Just bear with us on that. And just like Angeliki did today during this meeting, you will always have the certificate of attendance when we have events. And yeah, that's from me.